What do Chrome, or to be more precise, Chromium, Firefox, and Android have in common? The answer is that they are all open-source software. Back then, to even write programs, you'd need to pay thousands of dollars for a compiler. Now, toolchains like LLVM and GCC, which are completely free and open-source software, have become the backbone of the world. Even programming languages like JavaScript, Python, and C. Whole operating systems like Linux and the BSDs, cloud technologies like Docker and Kubernetes, which allow developers to orchestrate thousands of independent computers to work together. Software such as Apache Web Server and Nginx, which pioneered the modern web. Libraries such as SQLite and curl, which are deployed in billions upon billions of devices, powering the entire internet. All of them are free and open-source software, does not cost any money, and make up the internet itself. According to the Open Source Initiative, open-source software must satisfy the conditions. 1. Source code must be freely accessible. 2. Code must be redistributable. That means if you already have the source code in your possession, you are free to give it to someone else. 3. Derived works based off of that source code must be allowed, which means you cannot prevent other people from taking your code and modifying it. 4. Everyone is free to use the code/software. No exceptions and no discrimination. Open source software is inherently open. Even as a user, you can participate in developing and improving the software that you rely on daily, and to make it even better for everyone else. If you encounter a bug, open an issue report. If you have developed a new feature or fixed a bug, open a pull request. Everyone over the whole world can participate and see the whole process, can see what really is going on under the hood. No one has to treat software like a magic black box. If a program is abandoned, anyone can simply take up the torch and continue it because it is open. Everything is right there for everyone to see and use. Nevertheless, the source code being open does not mean that anyone has the right to use it. Copyright laws dictate that, by default, everything you create is under your copyright, and, unless explicitly granted permission from the copyright holder, no one can use it because that would constitute copyright infringement. To resolve this, you would need to give people permissions to use your code. Likewise, you would need to obtain permission to use other people's code. This permission is called a license. There are many licenses in the world, but in the open source software world, a few prominent ones stand out. These are largely divided into two groups: permissive and copyleft licenses. They represent the two ends of the spectrum. Permissive licenses allow you, or any licensee for that matter, to relicense the original code. Essentially, you can take free, open software and turn it into a closed product, forbidding anyone from using it. On the other hand, copyleft licenses require that the same license be kept at all times. If you modify the source code of a program, permissive licenses allow you to apply a different license to those modifications. Copyleft licenses require that the modifications also be under the same original license. Typically, permissive licenses come with minimal obligations. You typically don't need to do much. Most of the time, they only require attribution. Copyleft licenses, however, place a greater burden on the licensee. In case these obligations are not met, then the license is considered violated and you are no longer granted the right to use the software. The most prominent examples of permissive licenses are the MIT and BSD family of licenses. The copyleft licenses are most popularly represented by the GPL family of licenses. In the end, choosing a license depends on your ideals and beliefs. Do you want your software to be used widely by everyone, even by corporations or entities that never pay or contribute back? Or do you value collaboration and improving the commons? These views are at the opposite ends of a spectrum. Choosing a license depends on where you are on that spectrum. Open source means thankless work. Oftentimes, a single project run by a single unpaid volunteer ends up as critical infrastructure of the internet. These people are not paid a single dime for their work. To that end, I urge you to help the noble cause of open source. If you are a programmer, write code and contribute back to the programs that you use daily. If you are not tech-savvy, simply help by fixing typos in an app, spread the word about them, or, better yet, donate some money to the developers. Any help is always greatly appreciated. Last but not least, use open-source software. Popularize it, spread it among your family and friends. The more people know about the hidden side of software, the better.